he had reared them up in the hope of selling them someday, and with the capital opening a small shop on this very spot. So his desire was, his ultimate desire in life was to sell those 2 goats, earn a good sum of money with which he had planned that he would start a small shop, a business of his own at the very spot where he used to come and sit every day by the road. Sitting here, watching towards the hills, he had often dreamt how he would put up a thatched roof here, spread a gunny sack out on the ground and display on it fried nuts, colored sweets and green coconut for the thirsty and famished wayfarers on the highway, which was sometimes very busy. So this is what he had intended to do. And sometimes he would sit there and look into the distant hills and dream. And the dream that he had was one day start a small shop at that very spot and put up a thatched roof over his head. Thatched roof meaning made up of bamboo strips woven together. He would spread out a gunny sack on the ground, and on that gunny sack he would place or display what kind of goods? Fried nuts, colored sweets, colored Indian sweets, very attractive to look and also have, and a green coconut for the thirsty. He would also sell. One day he had been thinking and dreaming that he would, along with the fried nuts, along with the colored sweets, he would also keep green coconuts for the thirsty and famished. Famished means very hungry wayfarers who would come. Wayfarers means those people, those passers-by who would come, P-A-S-S-E-R-S, passers-by, one word, passers-by, those who would come along that way thirsty and hungry. He would sell it to them and earn a livelihood, some money to take care of him and his wife, the 2 of them. That was his plan, and it was a big dream for him, which was sometimes very busy. Means he's referring to the road that he used to sit by and to watch. Sometimes it used to be very busy with people going down the road, up and down the road, and he had seen an opportunity of good business to be made sitting by that road and starting a new little business of his own, a shop of his own. The animals were not prize ones for a cattle show. The 2 goats were not of that great quality that they could be taken to a cattle market with all the quality cattle, sheep and goats which the people used to come and auction and sell in the cattle market. They were not of that high quality to be taken and exhibited, displayed for a very high price. But sometimes whenever he had money, occasionally means whenever sometimes he had money, whatever little savings he could have or he had in the past, he had spent most of it on providing good food, good diet means good food, to those 2 goats to keep them healthy and strong, so that they could fetch him a good sum of money if he had ever planned to sell them, which he was at that point of time planning to do so to the red-faced man. While he was reflecting thus, while he was thinking of all that, the red man shook his head and left on his palm 100 rupees in tens now, suddenly realizing that this was what the old man was asking. So, while Muni was thinking of all that, starting a new business, how he had dreamt for long of starting a new business, having his own little shop with a thatched roof over his head, a gunny sack spread on the ground, displaying fried nuts, displaying colored sweets, selling green coconut to the hungry, thirsty wayfarers, those who would pass by that road. And he had seen that the road used to be busy sometimes with a promise he to himself thought of a good business it could fetch, it could get him. While he was thinking of all that, the foreigner had a thrust into his hand, into his palms, 10 rupee notes that amounted to 100, realizing he had come up with this thought that the money was the thing which Muni was asking for those 2 goats. For the statue. And that is why he looked in that fashion. It is all for you, or you may share it if you have a partner. So he said that all that money was for him, but if he had a partner, a business partner, he could share it with his business partner as well. The old man pointed at the station wagon and asked, "Are you carrying them off in that?" The old man, Muni, the shepherd man, asked the foreigner, was he going to carry away? He meant the goats, not the horse statue, while the foreigner was actually talking about the statue of the horse, asking him whether he would be carrying the 2 goats away in that station wagon that stood there. "Yes, of course," said the other, understanding the transportation part of it. The foreigner, had understood clearly that Muni was saying something regarding carrying away whatever he was referring to him. To the foreigner, it seemed that he was talking about the statue, but Muni was actually talking about the 2 goats, and he understood that he was talking about his vehicle. Would he be carrying it in that particular vehicle, in that particular conveyance? Conveyance means transportation. CONVEYANC. Conveyance means transportation. Would he be carrying them away in that? And he assured to him, yes, that was what he was planning to do. He was going to carry them off in that station wagon of his. So, gentlemen, we'll keep it till here. In the next video, we will do the end part, the conclusion of the story. Thank you.